Welcome my students, how are you? Today the video is talking about the final exam. It's a revision. The final exam will be in Unit 9 and Unit 10 and I will talk about the instructions. فيديو اليوم إن شاء الله رح يكون مراجعة للامتحان النهائي واللي حيكون بالوحدة 9 و10 وأيضا رح أعرض تعليمات الاختبار. Let's start. First, let's start with the text of Unit 9. What is the type of the text? The type of the text is a fable. Excellent, fable. And the title of the fable is The Day the Earth Broke Apart. انقسمت. Earth, أرض, ودي يوم. Okay, this text is talking about rumors. This text is talking about rumors. Rumors شائعات. Rumors شائعات. In the text, you have to recognize the important meanings, المعاني, okay, and distinguish between a verb, adjective, and noun. ميز بين الصفة والفعل والاسم. Okay, and I will talk about the important meanings in the instructions. رح أعرض إن شاء الله بالتعليمات المعاني المهمة للاختبار. This text is talking about a hare and a big ripe fruit fell down with a loud thud. وهو جالس سقطت حبة الفاكهة الناضجة. Okay, ripe fruit حبة الفاكهة الناضجة. And he jumped up and started running and shouted, "The earth is breaking apart, the earth is breaking apart." Okay, he thought that the earth is broken apart. اعتقدت الأرنب حكينا إنه الأرض انقسمت. But this is a rumor. هذه شائعات. Okay, all the animals run after the hare. كل الحيوانات ركضت خلفها. The deer, the rhinoceros, the tigress. The lioness start to ask questions. حكينا بدأت إنها يعني تسأل الأسئلة. Okay, to make sure of what the lioness listened. حتى نتأكد من اللي سمعته. And discovered that this is a rumor and the earth doesn't break apart. الأرض ما انقسمت. So, the important sentence in this text is you mustn't listen to rumors. They are often untrue. ما لازم نستمع للشائعات. هي غالبا بتكون غير صحيحة. Here we have the important questions or the questions about the lesson. أسئلة عن الدرس. Fable, as we said, a story that teaches us a lesson. الفيبل هي عبارة عن القصة اللي تعطينا بالنهاية درس, which we called it moral. Moral هو بنسمي the lesson that we learn from the story as is also called a moral. So the fable, القصة اللي بتعطينا الدرس هي بنسميها fable. الدرس اللي بناخذه من هاي القصة اسمه moral. Okay, these are the questions about the text. Next, here we have the important grammar. I will talk about them in the instructions. رح أحكي عنهم بالتعليمات. طبعا مطلوب منا جميع القواعد الفصل الثاني. جميع قواعد الفصل الثاني. Let's go to the text of Unit 10. The text of Unit 10 is a diary, and we said that diary مذكرات. Again, you have to understand the text. لازم نفهم النص. Recognize the meanings and distinguish between verb, noun, and adjective. ركز على المعاني. نميز بين الاسم والفعل والصفة. This diary is talking about a big ice storm. تتحدث عن العاصفة الثلجية الكبيرة. Okay, and what happened during this storm. خلال هاي العاصفة ماذا حدث. Here we have the electricity. Here we have a dark. Why? Because the branch had hit the electricity line in the neighborhood. الكهرباء ضربت الفروع الشجرة الكهرباء حتى إنها صار في عنا ظلام. And they called this storm the storm of century. حكينا إنه سموا هذه العاصفة بعاصفة القرن. century القرن. And again we have questions about the text. You have to understand them and try to answer them. حاول إنه نرجع نجاوبهم لحالنا بعد ما نفهم النص طبعا. الآن راح أتحدث عن instructions تعليمات الاختبار. So this is the instructions of the final exam. First we start with the important words for the exam. أهم الكلمات للاختبار. Here we have 4 words English meaning. 4 كلمات English meaning. Lumber move slowly يتحرك ببطء. Terrified frightened مرعب. Snap break suddenly ينكسر فجأة. Century 100 years قرن. So you have to study these words English meaning. هاي الكلمات حفظ English. These words English Arabic meaning. rumors شائعات. curled up يلتف. scratched يصرخ. tremble يهتز. So this table we have the important words. بدأنا بأهم الكلمات للاختبار. Next here we have the زي ما حكينا you have to distinguish between adjectives, verb and noun. لازم نميز بين adjective الverb اللي هي الفعل والnoun الاسم. Number 2 here we talked about the antonyms. The antonyms هي the opposite. حكينا العكس بعض الكلمات عكس بعض. The words with the opposite meaning. كلمات عكس بعض. These are the important antonyms. هذول أهم الكلمات طبعا نحفظهم. Arrive depart. Stop start. The opposite of friend is enemy. Laugh cry. So these are the important antonyms. هذول أهم الكلمات مطلوبة بالنسبة للantonyms. Arrive depart. Stop start. Friend enemy. Laugh cry. For the phonics you have to distinguish between these sounds oi, fur, cur, and purr. And please practice these to write these words. Destroy, crab, bread, and frog. درب على هالكلمات إملائيا. Destroy, crab, bread, and frog. Number 4 order the sentence. ترتيب الجملة. طبعا الكلمات غير مرتبة eats and he apple. The correct order is he eats an apple. This is an example. هذا مثال. For the grammar. And I said that all the grammar for the second semester you have to study. كل قواعد الفصل الثاني مطلوبة. We start with words describe feeling. تحدثنا عن الكلمات توصف الشعور. We use different words to describe how we feel about things. There are 2 types for our feelings, the good feeling and the bad feeling. الشعور الجيد والشعور السيء. And these words describe the good feeling. Overjoyed بسعادة غامرة. Peaceful سلام. Courageous رائع. Grateful or thankful ممتن. Delighted مسرور. And we have another words that describe bad feeling. Shocked مصدوم. Sad حزين. Gloomy كئيب. Concerned or worried قلق. Afraid scared خائف. And these are the important words that describe feeling. هي أهم الكلمات for the words that describe feeling. الكلمات توصف الشعور. So this is the first one. Words describe feeling. Number 2, we talked about adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency. The adverbs of frequency that tell us more about the verb and exactly how often something happens. How often something happens. Adverbs of frequency بتخبرنا إنه كم مرة بيحدث الفعل using always, usually, normally, rarely, sometimes. Always دائما, usually عادة, normally بشكل طبيعي, rarely نادرا, sometimes أحيانا. So the adverbs of frequency tells us how often something can be. كم مرة بيحدث الفعل. For example, I often miss my friends. I often miss my friends. غالبا أشتاق لأصدقائي. I have never seen snow. I have never seen snow. أنا أبدا لم أرى الثلج. So the adverbs of frequency. Always, usually, normally, rarely, and sometimes. You have to recognize what is the suitable adverbs in the sentences. نميز إنه أي ظرف هو أنسب للجملة. Number 3, we talked about the apostrophe. The apostrophe, we talked about the short form of the two words. The short form. نحكي عن اختصار كلمتين بكلمة واحدة باستخدام الapostrophe to show that a letter or some letters in a word have been left out. هناك بعض الأحرف حذفت نحذفها ونضع بدالها الapostrophe. Look here. Cannot, can't, cannot, can't. Here we delete O. We delete letter O and N and we put the apostrophe. مكان الحرفين اللي حذفناهم. They have, they've, they have, they've. Here we delete H and A and we put apostrophe. So this is the long form and this is the short form. Do not, don't, do not, don't. Here we delete O and we put the apostrophe. حذفنا الأو بس نحطنا مكانها الapostrophe. I will, I'll. Are not, aren't. I would, I'd. She would, she'd. And I have, I. You have to know the correct short form of the words. لازم نميز الاختصار لهذه الكلمات. Apostrophe. Number 5, we talked about each and every. Each and every. What is the difference between each and every? We use each when we talk about members of a group individually. حكينا إنه نستخدم each حتى نحكي عن الأشخاص بالجروب بشكل فردي. الأشخاص بالجروب بشكل فردي. الأشخاص بالمجموعة بشكل فردي. Every, we talked about people as a group. We talked about people as a group. نحكي عن الأشخاص كمجموعة. We talked about the people as a group. نحكي عنهم كمجموعة. واستخدامها الآخر when we talk about repeated regular events. لما نحكي عن أحداث تتكرر بشكل منتظم. So again, each to talk about the members of a group individually. الأشخاص أو الأعضاء اللي بالجروب بشكل فردي. Every we talked about the people as a group نحكي عنهم كمجموعة. And when we talk about repeated regular events عم نحكي عن أحداث بتحدث بشكل منتظم. Each woman picks up a drum. Each woman picks up a drum. Here we talked about each woman. كل امرأة بشكل فردي تحمل الدرام. Heidi spends every afternoon collecting firewood. We have a repeated regular events. نحكي عن حدث بيحدث بشكل يومي منتظم أو شكل منتظم. So we use every afternoon. Every afternoon. Number 6, the animals movement. Animals move in different ways. كان إنه الحيوانات تتحرك بشكل مختلف. And these are the important movements for the animal. هي الأهم الكلمات المطلوبة. The eagle glide. The deer leap or prance. The butterflies flutter. The hare hop. The monkey swing. Here, this is the name of the animal. and here we have the movements. هون عندنا أسماء الحيوانات and هون في عندنا تحركاتهم. eagle glide, deer leap or prance, butterflies flutter, hare hop, monkey swing. Distinguish between these movements. ميز بين هاي التحركات. Number 7 must and must not or mustn't. We use must to talk about things we should do. نحكي عن أشياء لازم نعملها must. So we use must to talk about things we should do. أشياء يجب أن نعملها. We use mustn't to talk about things we should not do. مش لازم نعملها. So must يجب, mustn't لا يجب, and mustn't is the short form of must not. mustn't هو اختصار ل must not. وأهم ملاحظة إنه the verb after must or must be infinitive. infinitive. verb 1 فعل بعد must أو mustn't لازم يكون verb 1 infinitive مجرد. We can't say he mustn't eat or he mustn't eating. Just he mustn't eat. Infinitive مجرد. So this is about must and mustn't. Number 8, the order of the adjectives. The order of the adjectives. There is a specific order for the adjectives. في عنا ترتيب معين لتعدد الصفات بالجملة الواحدة. And this table shows this order. بيعرض لنا الترتيب الصحيح للadjectives الصفات في الجملة. quality, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and the last one is the noun. حكينا احنا آخر كلمة هي الاسم. بنبلش بالquality. For example, juicy, beautiful, shiny. Show you the kind of the place or the things. عرض لنا نوع الشيء. size الحجم. age العمر. shape الشكل. round, square, rectangle, triangle. color اللون. origin الأصل. material المواد. for example wooden, خشبي. and the last one is the noun اللي هو الاسم. آخر شيء بيكون الاسم. This is a very important table. هذا البرنامج أو الجدول كتير مهم. Number 9 possessive pronouns. possessive pronouns ضمائر الملكية. possessive pronouns ضمائر الملكية. We use possessive pronouns such as mine, yours, ours, theirs, his, and hers to show belonging. نستخدم هاي الضمائر حتى إنه نحكي عن ملكية الشيء. mine لي, yours لك, ours لنا, theirs لهم, his له, hers لها. So these pronouns we use them to show belonging اللي هو الملكية. mine, yours, ours, theirs, his, hers. Next, here we have number 10, comparative and superlative. Comparative, we compare between two things. Superlative, we compare more than two things. حكينا إنه compare بنقارن. comparative بنقارن بين شيئين أو شخصين. Superlative, more than two nouns. أكثر من شخصين أو شيئين أو حيوانات. There are two forms for the comparative and superlative adjectives. Form number 1 أول شكل حكينا short adjective. short adjective with one syllable. For example, hot, cold, short, tall. الصفات القصيرة نستخدم معها بالcomparative er with than. er مع than. taller than, shorter than, bigger than. More with the long adjective. If we have beautiful, interesting, exciting, we use the more plus than. more exciting than, more beautiful than, more interesting than. So this is the comparative. If we have more than two nouns إذا عندنا أكثر من اسمين بنقارن بينهم في عندنا superlative. برضه superlative عندنا short form نستخدم معها the est, the shortest, the tallest, the hottest, the coldest. For the long adjective الصفات more than two syllables بأكثر من مقطعين beautiful, interesting, exciting we use the most beautiful, the most interesting, the most exciting. Here we have a table show you the exceptions of the adjectives. في عندنا حكينا صفات استثناء ما بتاخذ ER أو EST بتغير كلياتها إلى شكل معين بالadjective بالcomparative وبالsuperlative. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Many, more, most. Little, less, least. طبعا لازم نعرف هاي الصفات نحفظها بشكل جيد. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Many, more, most. Little, less, least. Don't forget the spelling rules that we talked about. حكينا عن هاي القواعد to add ER or EST for the short adjective. لما نضيف ER أو EST للshort adjective في بعض القواعد لازم ننتبه لها. We said the number one when we have the last letter and before it we have a vowel. في عندنا حرف علة قبل الحرف الأخير. We double the last letter بنضاعف الحرف الأخير and we add ER or EST. What are the vowels? I, U, E, A and O. دول هم الفاولز اللي إذا سبقوا الحرف الأخير بنضاعف الحرف الأخير. Rule number 2 if we have the last letter is Y and here we have consonant حرف صحيح we change Y to I and we add ER or EST. إذا كان في عندنا Y بنحول Y ل I وبنضيف ER or EST. The last rule is when we have the last letter of the adjective we drop the letter كأنه بنحذف الحرف and we add ER or EST. The nicer than and the nicest. So these are very important rules. Study well, my students, and good luck on your exam.